The first thing to consider in guiding children's behavior is your response when a child does something they shouldn't be doing. This illustrates different possible responses that a teacher can make when there's misbehavior in the classroom. Now, down at this end is simply looking on. So if someone is off task or misbehaving and it's minor, sometimes your best response is to do nothing. This is a very valid choice. It doesn't mean you're ignoring the behavior or that you're not a good teacher. It means that you're trying to see if they can turn it around and fix it themselves. Because your end goal is always self-regulation and for children to be able to monitor their own behavior. So sometimes it's perfectly acceptable to just watch and see what happens. And kids might surprise you. The next possible response is proximity. And this means just standing closer. Teachers have been using this since the beginning of time. You know, if you've got kids over here that are getting a little off task, I just simply walk over close to their desk or their table. And our presence acts as an external form of monitoring. But we're like the external conscience that they don't have. It's a little bit like Jiminy Cricket. We remind them of what's right and wrong just by our presence. The next possible response is to remind children. So you might say, remember, all books should be open now, or let's remember to push in our chairs, or remember to use kind words in our classroom, or remember we should be using voice level 1 right now. So those reminders are not directed to a particular child, although they could be. You could also gently go over and whisper to a child, remember to use your quiet voice, or remember we're on chapter 3 right now. So those gentle reminders can turn around a problem behavior before it gets out of control.
Healthy nutrition, yeah.
No, we have
Spanish.
We have Spanish.
We did special.
What are you writing about over here?
Special.
Special? What are we supposed to be writing about?
Jack and Annie.
Brianna said what special we doing in a room, so what special?
No, because I wasn't here yesterday.
Special is not special.
So what are you drawing a picture of right now? Very good. And
The next spot, we're moving into more intervention. So at this point, we might need to redirect a child. Perhaps a child you're noticing that they're about ready to lose it. You know, maybe they're starting to chat or to fidget or to rock in their chair, or they put their head down. So this takes a little bit more intervention and a little bit more creativity on your part. So you might say to a child, you know, Matthew, why don't you go get a drink of water and then come back and start working again? Or, Celia, could you go get my book off the desk? Or even, oh, well, let's try a different problem here. Or why don't you two get up and come over here and work on the rug with me? This requires you intervening in a positive way because, I'll get to that in another video, but you want to lower the anxiety and the tension and the negative energy at this step.
okay, so that's a problem that you can solve on your own like we practiced before. I don't like when you do that, please stop. You say, she does it again, I don't like that you do that, please stop, do it again.
And then finally, there are times where you're going to need to stop children. And that's primarily when you think that they're going to hurt somebody or things are going to get out of control if you don't stop them. Use that judiciously. You don't want to stop children too much because then you get a really negative environment in your classroom and you'll create more behavior problems because the children will start to fight back. So again, here's our continuum of teacher responses. Think very carefully about where you want to fall on this continuum. Hopefully, you're going to stay in this side over here with the least amount of intervention.